The job is for me, your favorite character, the boss.
The first character we're looking into is Mr. Boss, who is the boss of the Smiling Friends company. He's a pretty strange guy, but is he a criminal? Let's find out. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like these.
Sure, yeah, we'll gladly help. You're energetic today, Mr. Boss.
Yep. Probably 'cause I ate up some of them worms earlier.
In the Smiling Friends universe, worms are also people. On this instance, however, I think worms do actually mean regular worms, as Pim is seen to be eating some worms on the same episode.
Bro, please tell me that's not blackface.
Not cool, man. Get the f out, man.
You're ramping up that firewood, buddy. Halloween is safe.
Although the character Mr. Boss is eating here is a monster, I'll consider this a crime, as there's plenty of weird looking characters in the show, and I'll consider all characters who are logical and sentient to be people. So...
What a great idea.
Not.
None of you are any help. Just get out now. Bah!
if he were to have hit any characters on this scene, then it would have been assault, but he doesn't hit anything judging by the sound and the lack of reaction, so... Okay, the Smiling Friends are located in Pennsylvania, as noted on Season 2, where we see that Glep voted on Pennsylvania.
Whoever takes this state will be our next president, and we're getting confirmation now that the one single vote was from this guy.
And owning a gun there is legal. Mr. Boss enters this building illegally, so he's committing a B&E, and since he's committing a crime with a firearm being displayed, this falls under first-degree felony.
No, please don't kill me, please, no, I don't want to die, please don't kill me, please don't.
Relax, man. I was just gonna shoot you in the head and kill you.
Pointing a gun at someone with the intent of killing them falls under...
I got 10 G's, says Jimble's gonna win. And if he doesn't...
Then I'll take matters into my own hands.
I'm just kidding.
I'll do it though.
I'm just playing, dude.
No, I'm serious.
But no, I'll actually do it.
Alright, well, whatever I do now is on Glep.
No, it's not.
Yep, guess time. Oogaloo!
Alright, well, these are all the crimes Mr. Boss has committed. Truth be told, besides the occasional terroristic threat, I'd say he's not that bad. Alan is one of 4 Smiling Friends, who seems to deal with logistics and keeping everything in check around the office. Let's find out how much of a criminal he is.
Gods, seize them!
Alan? Glep?
They have a better 401k. Sorry.
Alan arrests Charlie on this scene as he started to work as a guard under the new Frowning Friends company that opened up across the street. In the state of Pennsylvania, where Smiling Friends takes place, you can arrest someone under the duty of a security guard, but you have to witness them committing a crime. And besides just yelling something, Pim and Charlie did not commit a crime, especially Charlie.
By the way, I just have to note that it was only Pim that yelled something. I didn't say anything. That's only like 10 minutes. Okay, let's go now.
I might just go to the bathroom first.
All right.
I'll be super quick.
That's fine.
They left the table without paying, so they can only face a fine of whatever the food would be worth.
Yo, Alan, what are you hosing there, dude?
This homeless man won't leave, so I'm spraying him with dirty brown water.
Stop, man! I hate this red thing. I spit on you.
Alan?
This time it's self-defense, seeing as Gwimbly spit on him first.
Now let's go in there and demand you get another Quimbly game.
Yeah! See you now.
What? She startled me.
I'm pretty sure she died. She isn't moving, so... Now this has turned from a simple breaking and entering to a... While pursuing the pirates that have the paper clips, Alan steals a boat to chase after them. If the boat was valued under $2,000, then the charge would be different. But these simple boats apparently go for much more, so...
I'm just trying to do my job.
This is a fun one. According to the fishing regulations, you are not to harass fish. You can catch and kill them, but you are not allowed to torture them. That being said, you won't get charged for it, but you will get banned from fishing.
Hello?
This is not Alan's apartment. As you can see, the layout is completely different. So he just entered a random person's apartment without their permission. And it's even more severe because he's going inside with the intent to steal the paper clips. And also there's a person inside.
How about I come knock your block off and take those paper clips from you? I turned off your bomb, you psycho.
I have brought great dishonor to my ancestors.
Although the landlord decides to end himself because of Alan's actions, this cannot fall under Alan, because it would be unreasonable to assume that the landlord would go that far because of Alan's actions. On top of that, he survived.
Alan?
He did steal right here though from a person who just died.
I'm starting to think for the good of humanity, we might need to kill the boss's wife.
Well, that's great and all, but how?
Alright, well this is all the crimes that Alan committed. We're now gonna move on to our next character, which is Mr. Frog.
I'm Mr. Frog. This is my show. I eat the bug.
The second episode of Smiling Friends, titled Mr. Frog, features, you guessed it, Mr. Frog, who is the main protagonist of the most popular TV show in the world, called Mr. Frog. He gets into some trouble with the paparazzi and gets fired from his own show. The whole episode revolves around Charlie and Pim trying to help him regain his job back. During the episode, Mr. Frog commits a few crimes along the way, and we're gonna see what would be his sentence if he was actually charged for these crimes. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you like these sort of videos.
But all of that changed last Friday when the beloved American icon put a TMZ reporter in his mouth.
This does fall under assault, but not aggravated assault, which is a more serious crime. The reason why is because in order for something to be aggravated assault, it would have to include bodily injuries. And as the reporter explained later,
Though the reporter who was in Mr. Frog's mouth for 7 agonizing minutes was unharmed.
see, it's just...
Dude, this house is insane. There's like 1,000 rooms in here. You have a gym, you got a theater, and you've even got a beautiful animal sanctuary.
While having a private zoo is not illegal, there are a few rules you need to follow, or you'll get fined. For example, you cannot have animals in the same cage that are likely to kill each other, which is happening right here. Also, you cannot have a dolphin on land.
Can I pull your hair? No, please don't.
Charlie, he doesn't look too good.
Oh, can I get a selfie with you, Mr. Frog?
Hey, no, hey,
Stop.
Not murder, because he does let go of him.
Alright, that didn't go as well as it could have.
We can clearly see Mr. Frog here doing drugs, and because it doesn't look like there's that much drugs, this will fall under penalty group 1.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
We're not really sure if this killed the lady or not, but since we didn't see this happen, I'm just gonna consider it as if she survived, and I'm gonna give him...
And here's the contract to prove it!
Well, on this case, there is no debating whether the person died or not.
Arguably making Mr. Frog one of the richest and most powerful men on the planet.
Hello.
The scene here cuts too soon, so we don't know if Mr. Frog killed her or not, but I'm just gonna consider this as... going with the same logic that I used before. This is the total amount of crimes that Mr. Frog committed. Now we're gonna move on to Glep.
What's the green thing do?
Well, actually, I don't know. That's a good question.
Yep, that's right. Nobody really knows what Glep does. He's just kind of chilled like that, you know? But there's a dark side to him. Glep appears to be cleaning up the blood from the Blebleys that Desmond killed earlier.
You had to do it, man. It's okay.
The Smiling Friends universe is weird about which characters are considered people and which are not. In the case of Blebleys, I'm not categorizing them as people because there's an ad promoting their examination just a few seconds earlier.
Desmond's Blebley control. We'll kill them all for you. Shoot them, stab them, smash them, set them on fire. We'll take control.
If Blebleys were considered people, Gleb would be charged with tampering with a crime scene. But since they're not, he won't face any charges.
Next we have Glep.
This is the stupidest one so far. Is this some kind of joke? I don't even want to see you perform. Do that again.
Although the producer seems to enjoy this, there's no way Gleb would have known that before spitting on him, so he'll get a charge for us.
Alan? Glep?
I mentioned this in my Alan video as well, but they cannot arrest somebody without witnessing them committing a crime, so...
By the way, I just have to note that it was only Pim that yelled something. I didn't say anything.
Let's just go home.
Yep. By the way, what terminal is that flight?
I think it's Terminal 2.
Also mentioned on the Alan video, but they left without paying here, and Gleb is the only one who ate, so... He just spat on a corpse! Alright, so that's about it with Gleb. He's a pretty chill guy, much less crime than the rest of them. But now it's time to move on to James.
Can I help you?
What is this place?
James, a buff character on the show Smiling Friends, that Charlie is supposed to help smile, and guess what?
It takes a lot to make me smile. Huh?
Sorry, it was just a gulp.
Oh, okay.
He's one of those characters that has very little screen time, but don't get it wrong, he commits quite a few crimes.
Here you go.
This TV's old. You dipshits don't have a flat screen? I hate milk.
James breaks quite a few stuff while he's in the Smiling Friends office, so I'll add the charge, but wait until the end to give the full sentence.
Hey, where is it?
I don't know how good this is gonna be. I've never made a casserole before.
This might seem like slavery, but it's actually not, as this is just a part of the job for Charlie, as James states right here.
You have to do anything I want until I smile. Them's the rules, right?
So although it's cruel...
Dude, I couldn't focus on what you were saying with that thing on your face. I was sick of staring at it.
Now, in the real world, this would fall under mayhem, which applies when you cause permanent disfigurement to someone. But we're gonna see later that Charlie actually ends up just fine. That being said, James is still gonna be charged with that.
Can you repeat the last thing you said? I'm having trouble hearing.
Can you shut up?
This, however, is not part of the job. You cannot assault somebody just because you feel like they aren't being helpful enough.
What if the only thing that makes me smile is slowly sawing your head off?
There's an evil man after him!
Right here we can get a pretty good idea of the damage to property that James has caused, and we're gonna follow these guidelines on the charge and what the sentence would be for it, so we can pretty much see that the top part of the kitchen cabinet is broken. The microwave is full of metal, so that's for sure broken now. The fridge is basically done for, that's another $750. 2 ceiling panels are broken as well. And the TV he broke in the beginning, they usually go for around $100. And I'm gonna add an additional $200 for everything else that is scattered around the office, like this spot for example, or the broken wooden panels on the wall. So since the damage is just a bit over $3,000, this makes it a second-degree misdemeanor.
That's all I needed. Peace, dorks.
Also, he just left the scene of a murder which he committed himself. Alright, well that's about it for James. This is the total amount he would have received if he ever gets charged. The next character we're gonna look at is Professor Psychotic.
Doug, good to see you.
Looking good, Daniel?
Professor Psychotic, an eccentric fella that likes to do experiments and play God. A pretty strange guy, but is he a criminal? Let's find out. Technically, it isn't animal abuse, because this creature died just moments before.
I injected my psychotic DNA into a chicken egg and let it marinate for 14 moons.
In the state of Pennsylvania, besides rats and mice, you cannot experiment on other animals without a specific permit. Provided the Professor Psychotic doesn't have this permit, he would be charged with...
Yo, what's up? What's up, man?
Vanessa's over. We're trying to watch TV. You're being incredibly loud.
You just like my volume? Or...
Yeah, volume. That's what loud means, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This guy probably won't press any charges, as he's handling the matter himself. That doesn't mean the Professor Psychotic isn't committing a crime right here.
What about that girl right there? She's beautiful. Why don't you try talking to her?
Hello, I am Professor Psychotic. I'm making an egg with my DNA in my evil laboratory.
You cannot grab people in public and talk to them forcefully like Professor Psychotic did right here, especially since she got totally scared and ran off. His brother came at him first, and he even threw him on the ground, so it's self-defense. Alright, well these are all the crimes he committed. Doesn't seem like a bad guy in my opinion. Him grabbing the girl was quite strange, killing chickens also is less than ideal, but compared to the other guys, he seems like a stand-up dude.
Dude, you keep bringing up creating life. Have you ever like been with a woman? You know you can like create life with a woman, right? Like
I am Grim, and this is Gnarly. We're the Frowning Friends, and we just moved in yesterday. How peculiar.
Grim and Gnarly are two characters that are supposed to be the opposite of Pim and Charlie, and instead of making people smile, they make people frown. But is making people frown illegal? It turns out, sometimes yes. Also guys, Grim and Gnarly will be charged and sentenced as only one person, although there is 2 of them. Only 99% of the people who watch these videos are subscribed, so if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe.
I'm sure a balloon profession will put a big old smile on your face.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Ah,
Rope rappelling from a helicopter, often called fast roping, is generally not legal for civilians to do wherever they want. If you do it in a rural area, the punishment is less severe than doing it, say, on a city park like they're doing right here. That being said, doing this likely won't get you in prison, but you are gonna get fined.
So you should probably talk to someone that understands that stuff more.
Hey, what's with all the people?
And that is why you shouldn't try to better your life, because you might fail, so it's easier to frown!
Public speaking is protected to a certain extent by the First Amendment. However, it can turn into a possible charge if the resulting crowd formed by your speech becomes disruptive of public space and disrupts the peace of others.
Mentally ill men like myself! Guards! Seize them! Alan? Glep?
What Alan and Gleb are doing here is illegal, as you cannot arrest somebody if they haven't committed a crime. I've talked about this in 2 of the other videos that I've made, and Grim is the one who ordered this arrest, which technically is aiding and abetting, and therefore he would be charged with...
By the way, I just have to note that it was only Pim that yelled something. I didn't say anything.
Alright, well, this was already on the brink of it being called a riot due to the language Grim was using to talk to the crowd, as he was creating a loud disturbance and kind of using offensive language and gestures. But along with the arrest, as well as Gleb just plain hitting Charlie and even people being all mad around them, Grim and Gnarly would have been charged with...
And once that's done, we can finally eradicate all the Puerto Ricans on the planet!
What did he say? What?
You cannot call for the eradication of a nationality or a race or anything like that.
Hey, I just remembered, you 2 little critters told me that, it would be easier if I just quit making music and, gave the freak up and stuff, man.
In fact, didn't you 2 just come by and tell me I should feel bad about my disgusting head shape and shouldn't do anything to address it?
Anytime you feel like changing your life for the better, give us a call and we'll put a frown on that face.
Stopping people on the street with the intent to annoy or alarm them is not legal, and I'm not really sure how the company of Frowning Friends exists, but what Grim and Gnarly have done to these people is illegal. Alright, well, these are the charges that Grim and Gnarly would have gotten if they were actually charged and sentenced for their crimes. Charlie and Pim, the 2 main characters of the show Smiling Friends. They are beloved by all fans, but are they criminals? Let's find out. Also guys, since there's 2 of them, I'll do Charlie's crimes first, and then Pim's, and then the crimes they commit together.
Charlie, if we can't get him under control, I don't think we're gonna be able to help him.
Don't worry, Pim, I am way ahead of you. I gave him some of these already.
Charlie, what did you give him?
My uncle had some sleeping pills laying around to help him sleep at night after he rammed his car into a crowd of people.
Regardless of the intent, in the state of Pennsylvania, you need a prescription if you're gonna give someone sleeping pills.
Wow, my headache is completely gone. That rocks!
Help, help! The thorn is killing him!
In this scene, Charlie has this bottle that Mip gave him just a few seconds earlier, but in the very next scene, he doesn't have it on him, which means that he threw it away.
Him was there too, I guess, but Charlie was the main one.
Okay, well, dragons aren't real creatures, but seeing as they are mythical creatures and we don't see a lot of them around on the Smiling Friends universe, it'd be fair to assume that they might be endangered, and Charlie just killed one, so...
We all love him so much.
Careful, Charlie.
Pim, I'm just helping out, right? Something that I never do, according to you, right? Oh, is this putting anyone in a bad mood, huh? Is this putting anyone in a bad mood?
You cannot go to a state forest or anything of the sorts and cut down the tree as you please. You need a permit for it, although it's gonna be a bit hard to charge him in this condition.
Wait. Joe, this cool life job must sold me. You ready? Did you see that? Did you see that? You're not looking. Come here, Pim. You're gonna miss the trick that drummer told me.
Charlie, you're scaring me.
Come here, Pim. Come here!
If you wield a knife while you're drunk in public, in a manner that scares people, like Charlie is doing right here while Pim is scared, you will get charged. Although the knife turns out to be a fake later in the episode, there's no way for Pim to know that, so... Yeah, sure, Pim is scared here, and it's raining outside, but that's not a reason to break into someone else's property, so he will get... Pim steals this boat right here, and fun fact, he's the second character of Smiling Friends to be charged with the same crime.
Pim, what are you doing?
Charlie, you don't even like the Enchanted Forest.
That's not yours, dude.
I deserve something. You got to have all the fun. I'm gonna deliver this package!
The charge for theft depends on the value of the item stolen. That's hard to determine since Mip crafted this himself and there's a bomb inside as well. The value, by my calculations, would be roughly $1,000. Pim destroyed the satellite right here, and he'd have to be fined the price of the satellite itself as well as prison time. And let me tell you, the price of a satellite is very high. They both watch a murder happening right here and do not report it. Surprisingly though, this isn't a crime. Some states have a misprison of felony law that requires a witness to report a crime to the authorities. Pennsylvania, however, does not. So
Let me talk to Salty.
Oh, Salty is actually taking his iconic 7 p.m. nap.
No, I think I'm gonna speak to him.
Oh, shit!
Salty is taking a nap in what is assumed to be his private room, or at least for staff only. So this is technically a private area, where customers are not allowed to be in. But Charlie decided to go in anyways, and Pim followed him as well, entering the room too.
Ah!
Oh my god! Mip, I'm so sorry!
No, don't fret, Pim.
If you cause the death of someone, be that accidental or not, you will be charged.
Well, before we help with that, we have something for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks. This is from you?
No, actually, it's from a good man. A forest folk named Mip, who sadly passed away on his journey here.
Oh my god, there was a bomb the whole time?
Although they did deliver a bomb to the princess, they cannot be charged for this as they weren't aware of the contents of the package. In order for you to get charged for something, you'd need what's called mens rea, which is basically to say that you had criminal intent. Both Pim and Charlie did not have that.
I'm starting to think for the good of humanity, we might need to kill the boss's wife.
Well, that's great and all, but how?
They all conspire to commit murder here, and they do go through with it, although the plan failed because of the fake knife I mentioned earlier. But they were all fully ready to murder someone, regardless of how well the plan was executed. Since they are entering the building with the intent to kill someone, they will get the most severe charge of first-degree felony.
We'll just destroy the planet and kill everybody and then never talk about this again.
Yeah, well, not much to say about this. They destroy the planet, so they're gonna get charged with...
I don't think you understand. If you don't do this, you're gonna spend the rest of your life inside this.
But wait, they committed this crime under threat of life, so they can claim... Here they steal a vehicle to escape police custody, so they'll get charged for 2 crimes. Alright, thank you all for watching the video. These are all the crimes committed by Pim and Charlie. I hope you enjoyed and have a good day. Bye bye now.